The 6 hard truths no one tells you about paying off debt. Let's be real. No one teaches you how money actually works. Sure, we learn how to solve quadratic equations and memorize historical dates, but where was the class on credit card interest? Where was the pop quiz on how student loans actually work? Why did no one mention that financing a brand new car at 22 might not be the best idea? And yet, here we are, figuring it out the hard way. Most of us don't end up in debt because we're irresponsible. We end up here because we were never given the full picture. So today, I'm giving it to you straight, no sugarcoating. These are 6 hard truths about paying off debt that no one tells you. But if you take them seriously, they could change your financial future. Let's get into it. Hard truth 1. The system is designed to keep you broke. Ever feel like no matter how hard you work, you're still just barely keeping your head above water, like every paycheck disappears before you even get a chance to enjoy it? That's not an accident. It's by design. Let's break it down. If these companies actually wanted you to be financially stable, would they send you endless pre-approved credit card offers, hoping you'll take the bait? Encourage you to finance a car for 72 months, even though it loses value the second you drive off the lot? Advertise buy now, pay later on everything from sneakers to furniture, making impulse spending easier than ever? Of course not. They don't want you winning, they want you owing. The minimum payment scam. If you owe $5,000 on a credit card with a 20% interest rate and only make minimum payments, do you know how long it will take to pay it off? More than 25 years, and you'll pay thousands in interest along the way. That's insane. The student loan cycle. Then there's the student loan industry. They tell you borrowing tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars for college is normal. They convince you that taking out loans is the only way to get ahead. But guess what? The average student loan borrower takes 20 years to pay off their debt. Some never finish paying at all. How do you win? The first step is seeing the system for what it really is. Hard truth number 2. It's not all your fault, but it is your responsibility. Ever look at your bank account and think, how did I end up here? Maybe your parents told you that student loans were the only way to go to college. Maybe a smooth-talking car salesman convinced you that financing a brand new vehicle was a smart investment. Maybe your friends encouraged you to get a credit card to build credit and earn points. And at the time, it all sounded reasonable. After all, these were people you trusted. Why would they steer you wrong? But now here you are, stuck with monthly payments that never seem to go away, watching interest pile up faster than you can pay it down. Feeling like you're working hard, but going nowhere. And you're frustrated, maybe even angry. Guess what? You're not wrong to feel that way. Because the truth is, you were misled. Society has been selling the idea that debt is normal for decades. Student loans are just part of life. You'll always have a car payment. You need to borrow money to build credit. Buy now, pay later is the smart way to shop. And we're conditioned to accept these things as facts, because from a young age, we're taught how to borrow, but not how to build wealth. So no, this situation isn't entirely your fault. But here's where things get real. Even though it's not your fault, it's still 100% your responsibility to fix it. You don't have to wait for the government to forgive your student loans. You don't have to hope for a miracle raise at work. You don't have to sit around wishing someone will come bail you out. Owning your financial mistakes isn't about feeling guilty. It's about taking control. If you took out the loans, you can choose to pay them off aggressively instead of making minimum payments. If you swipe the credit card, you can create a plan to pay off the balance and stop using it for impulse purchases. If you finance the car, you can decide whether to sell it, downsize, or pay it off faster. No one is going to fix your finances for you. Hard truth number 3. If you're stuck, it's because you're choosing not to move. I know what you're thinking, but I am trying to move. I just don't know where to start. I hear you. When you're buried in debt, stuck living paycheck to paycheck, and constantly stressed about money, it feels paralyzing. It's like standing in the middle of a messy house after a tornado ripped through. Everywhere you look, there's a disaster, bills piling up, late payments, overdraft fees. And the thought of trying to fix it all at once? Exhausting. But here's the hard truth. The longer you wait to start, the worse it gets. Not moving is a choice. We don't like to admit it, but when we stay in the same place financially, we're making a choice. The choice to keep ignoring the debt, the choice to keep spending money we don't have, the choice to let our finances control us instead of the other way around. Ouch! That stings a little, right? But here's why this truth is actually good news. If being stuck is a choice, then moving forward is a choice too. And that means you can choose to change things starting today. A lot of people think they have to fix everything overnight, and that's why they stay stuck. But the truth is, you don't have to do everything at once. You just have to do something. Maybe that means making a budget for the first time, cutting up your credit cards, picking up a side hustle, calling your bank to negotiate a lower interest rate. None of these things will fix everything overnight, but they will get you moving. Hard truth. Number 4. Change always sucks at first. Let's be real. Nobody likes change, especially when it means giving up the things we enjoy. The beginning is the hardest part. At first, it sucks. Cutting back on eating out. Annoying. Saying no to weekend trips. Frustrating, watching your friends buy new cars while you're still driving your beater from college. Humbling. It's uncomfortable, it's frustrating, and some days you'll wonder if it's even worth it. But you know what's way worse than the discomfort? Living paycheck to paycheck for the rest of your life. That's real suffering, always stressing over bills, dodging calls from creditors, and feeling trapped by your finances. That's the kind of pain that never goes away unless you make a change. Here's the good news. The sacrifices don't last forever. At first, saying no to things feels like punishment, but after a while, cooking at home stops feeling like deprivation and starts feeling normal. Driving your old car stops feeling embarrassing and starts feeling smart. Saying, "I can't afford it," stops being shameful and starts being empowering. Hard truth. Number 5, you need a why. Let's be honest. If your only reason for paying off debt is because I should, you're probably not going to stick with it. Willpower alone won't get you through the nights when you're exhausted and just want to grab takeout instead of cooking. It won't stop you from justifying a shopping spree after a stressful week. And it definitely won't keep you motivated when progress feels slow. What will? A powerful reason. Find your why. You need a reason so strong that it pushes you forward even when you want to quit. Maybe your why is freedom. You want to wake up every day knowing your paycheck belongs to you. Family. You want to break the cycle of financial struggle and give your kids a life where money is a tool, not a source of stress. Options. You want the ability to walk away from a job you hate or take a vacation without worrying about credit card bills. Whatever it is, write it down. Put it somewhere you'll see it every day. Your why is your anchor. Hard. Truth number 6. It's a journey, not a sprint. If you're hoping for a quick fix, I've got some tough news. Paying off debt takes time. Think long-term, not just right now. Right now, the idea of cutting expenses, saying no to impulse purchases and picking up extra work might sound exhausting. And yeah, at first it kind of is. But what's more exhausting? Spending the next 10, 20, or 30 years living paycheck to paycheck. The truth is, most people who follow a proven debt payoff plan, like the debt snowball method, become completely debt-free in 18 to 24 months. That's less than 2 years to change the entire trajectory of your financial future. 2 years of sacrifice for a lifetime of freedom. That's a trade worth making. Debt is hard. Paying it off is hard. You just have to choose which hard you want. If you're ready to take control of your money, start today. make a plan, take the first step, and don't stop until you're free. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.